Hi, my name is Melissa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use the Inkey Hyaluronic Acid Cleanser, which is a daily gentle cleanser that's suitable for all skin types. And it can help you to gently remove any excess oil, dirt and sweat from the skin, as well as light makeup and or sunscreen. But if you're wearing water resistant or waterproof sunscreen and or makeup, this cleanser alone is not going to be strong enough, since it may not properly remove it, or let's say break it down on the skin. And this is where I recommend either using micellar water at first, or do a double cleansing method where you're going to use an oil or balm cleanser at first and then follow on with the Inkey Hyaluronic Acid Cleanser to make sure that everything comes properly off. Now this would be a method that's especially important in the evening. However, during daytime you just would use the cleanser on its own, and that's basically it. Now I'm going to keep my main focus only on the cleanser application and how you can properly use it and how it is able to remove a light makeup that I'm currently wearing, so that you can see it visually. But I also want to share with you some example skincare routines so that you can see the setup of a routine if you want to continue with other skincare treatments afterwards. So if you're going to follow the advice that the Inkey list gives based on how you're going to work with their products, well then it would look like this when it comes to morning skincare routine. So you're going to use the Inkey list hyaluronic acid at first to properly wash your face, then rinse it off, pat the skin dry. Then if you're looking into hydrating products, they have the hyaluronic acid serum, which acts like a hydrating and soothing toner. That's why they recommend using it immediately after your cleansing step. So it's going to be kind of like the replacement of a hydrating and soothing toner. And then after that, you're going to follow with other treatments, which can be exfoliating acids like serums or toners, depending on your overall skin needs. And then other serums like, for example, niacinamide and alpha-butane. And then follow on with a moisturizer and or sunscreen during daytime. This would be an entire setup of a morning skincare routine. Of course, when looking into specific treatments, please make sure to always adjust them accordingly to your overall skin concerns. Please do not choose any random products if you do not need them. When it comes to the evening skincare routine, the setup of your basic skincare routine can look the same. However, this is where the double cleansing method may be important for you, depending on the sunscreen and or makeup that you have worn throughout the day. So you can either go ahead and again just use the cleanser on its own and then continue with the rest of your skincare routine, or do a double cleansing method. Well, you can go ahead and start off with micellar water and then later on follow on with the cleanser, or use an oil or balm cleanser at first, which usually has to be applied on dry skin so they can properly remove like the main stubborn sunscreen and or makeup. And then you're going to rinse it off, leave the skin wet, and then you're going to move on to the Inkey Hyaluronic Acid Cleanser to properly remove any residue that's still left on the skin. And then continue with the rest of your skincare routine. In the evening, there's no sun protection needed. So this would be an example setup of a morning as well as evening skincare routine on how you can work with this cleanser and how you can continue with other skincare products that can follow. Now, of course, if you want to see those example skincare routines set up in your own time, you want to go over it, maybe use it as a guide, I'm going to leave it in the description box down below, as I have prepared them in PowerPoint slides. But now I want to keep my focus on the entire application just by using the cleanser mainly, since this is where we want to keep the focus on. Now, it is advised to use the cleanser on wet skin. Now, they're using the term damp skin, but it basically comes out to applying it on wet skin, because when you're going to apply it on wet skin or add water to this cleanser, it starts to bubble up slightly. So therefore, work with it with water. So in this case, it is advised to then use it on wet skin. So the first step that you're going to do is now wetting your face, neck and hands with lukewarm water to warm water so that it feels comfortable on the skin. And then using about a coin size amount and massaging onto your skin for about 30 seconds to a minute while the skin is wet. And this can help you to break down any excess oil, dirt, sweat, light makeup and sunscreen from the skin. And then later on, you're going to rinse it off. So let's go ahead and do this. So use about a coin size amount in the palm of your hand, rub your hands together and then gently massage it all over your face and neck for about 30 seconds to a minute. You can use it around the eyes, just make sure to not get it into your eyes, nor into your mouth. If that's the case, rinse it immediately with water. So, and once you have massaged a cleanser all over your face and neck, now it's time to again rinse it off with lukewarm water to warm water. You can do this by either just using your hands if that's enough. However, depending on your sunscreen and or makeup or how you're able to properly remove it, especially when doing this above the sink, this sometimes can be tricky, you can go ahead and use a soft and fresh washcloth in between which you're going to wet, and this can help you to remove the cleanser a bit better from the skin, and it is able to get into areas where you may have forgotten about it. So for example, around the eyes, you want to make sure that you're not getting it into your eyes, but still you want to make sure that it's able to break down your makeup. Then you can use a fresh and soft washcloth that's wet, and you can gently use it around the eyes so that you're making sure that you're able to properly remove it from the skin so that there's no residue left anymore. So now go ahead and take a fresh towel and pat your skin dry. So, and once you're done with the cleansing step, now you can go ahead and either just leave it as it is or continue with the rest of your skincare routine. Now I do want to quickly emphasize that this cleanser is able to properly break down your light makeup, as long as it isn't waterproof makeup, because this is usually more stubborn to remove where you may see still some residue left. However, with the makeup that I have worn, it was able to break it down in one go, and you can see my face is clean afterwards. Now with the double cleansing method, I did emphasize that you can work with micellar water or use an oil or balm cleanser at first. However, if you do not have any of those products to do the double cleansing method, it is fine to use this cleanser twice as well. This isn't wrong if you feel like, well, it did a great job by removing most of my makeup and or sunscreen. However, I still have left some or forgotten some areas that I want to go over again. Well, then you can use it a second time as well. And then again, once you're doing it for the second time, you're not going to pat your skin dry, you're going to leave the skin wet once you have rinsed it off, and then just use it again on wet skin and then rinse it off and then pat the skin dry. Then this would be the method when using the hyaluronic acid cleanser twice in your morning and or evening skincare routine, mainly in your evening skincare routine, to properly remove everything so that you then can follow on with any other skincare products afterwards. And this is what I wanted to share with you on how you can use the Inkey's List hyaluronic acid cleanser and how it is able to properly remove any excess oil, dirt, sweat and light makeup as well as sunscreen from the skin. My skin is clean. This is the end result that we want to reach when washing the face with a cleanser. And so if you enjoyed this video and you find it helpful, then please don't forget to give the thumbs up as well as share it. If you want to know more about skincare in general, how you can apply the different products, I have several videos for you on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to link some of them at the end of this video so that you can keep on watching. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Happy skincaring. Bye!